Hey everyone, welcome back to See Your Dreams YouTube channel. I hope that you all are doing absolutely fine. So, welcome to the first lecture for your joint audit, and this is a part of your company audit only. We have completed a series of company audit in both Hindi as well as in English. I have also uploaded the lectures for CARO 2016 and that is applicable for your December 2021 exams. Okay, so that CARO portion is uploaded only in English till yet, but I'll soon upload it in Hindi as well. Now I'm starting with joint audit, and after this only one topic will be left, and that will be your cost audit. Okay, so a separate series will be uploaded for that as well. So starting with joint audit. What is joint audit? When you read this term joint, what does this mean? You join hands. What are you doing? You are joining two hands. You are adding both your hands, right? So you are involving your two hands when you are joining your hands. Similarly, when it is written joint audit, that means you are involving more than one auditor. Okay, so whenever there is a term joint, that means two number of people or two number of objects are involved in that particular thing, whatever is joint. Okay, so joint audit, the practice of appointing chartered accountants as joint auditors is quite widespread in big companies and corporations. Now, if less amount of work is to be audited, the organizations can means only one auditor can complete the audit of that particular organization. The organization just hire one person as the auditor, and he along with his engagement team, or the firm hires any audit firm. Okay, and that particular audit firm goes for the audit for that particular organization, and the audit work is done. But if the cases of big companies and corporations where there is a lot of work, a lot of files, a lot of documents have to be audited, so in that case only one audit firm fails to do the audit effectively, because the work is widespread, the work is in a very large quantity, and there comes the need for the another audit firm or another auditor. Okay, so basically you can say in short that when more than one audit firm or when more than one auditor is involved in a particular audit, then that particular audit is termed as joint audit. So joint audit basically implies pooling together the resources and expertise of more than one firm of auditors to render an expert job in a given time period, which may be difficult to accomplish acting individually. Now, just now I told you that when we involved more than one audit firm, then that particular situation will be known as joint audit. So what happens is, suppose there is one audit firm A and another audit firm B. Okay, so A has its own expertise, A has its own resources, similarly B has its own resources. Now maybe A is expert in, suppose, direct tax, but B is expert in indirect tax, so they share different fields of expertise and different resources also. Okay, there might be different resources in both the organizations. So what happens is, when these both the audit firms, they comes as joint, okay, both the audit firms comes as joint auditor in a particular organization, then they share their resources, they share their expertise level, and in that way the audit work is done in a very effective, in a very perfect manner, and also the time period, in the given time period only more work is done, and that too without compromising with the quality. Because what will happen, suppose if you will be given work more than your capacity, then of course your quality would be compromised. Okay, like if you are given means 3 hours are given to complete your paper, and accordingly only the number of questions are given. But in case any lengthy paper comes, or if they will increase the quantity of the questions, then what will happen, the quality of answers would be compromised. So in that case, or the work will not be completely done. So similar happens in real situation also. If it is a case of audit, that suppose there is a lot of work to be checked, and if the organization appoints only one audit firm as the auditor, so that particular audit firm is not able to complete the audit work in a very effective way. That means somewhere the quality of the audit is compromised, and to prevent this, the concept of joint audit came into existence, where more than one audit firm come as joint auditor. They share the resources, they share the expertise level, and together, by getting together, they do the audit. Okay, so it essentially involves sharing of the total work. This is by itself a great advantage. So here there is sharing of total work, there is sharing of expertise, and also sharing of resources. Okay, so there are a lot of advantages of your joint audit, and on the other hand there are some disadvantages also to your joint audit. So let's just first discuss the disadvantages and then I'll come to the advantages. So what happens is fees being shared. Now suppose there is one firm, DEF Limited. DEF Limited has appointed ABC and Associates as its audit firm, and the another audit firm, that is your XYZ and Associates. So ABC and Associates and XYZ Associates, they came like joint auditors, and they are doing the audit work they are doing the audit of DEF Limited. Okay, now the audit fees that DEF will give will be shared between both ABC also and XYZ also. Okay, so first disadvantages of joint audit is that whatever audit fees is being given to the auditors, it has to be shared between the two firms or the number of firms which are involved in the joint audit. Okay, now the second is psychological problem, where firms of different standing are associated in the joint audit. Now there can be some emotions attached, like suppose you can be, like the feeling of jealousy or the feeling of competition. So there are some emotions which are inbuilt into humans, and that can be converted into some psychological problems. Okay, so or there can be lack of coordination. So all these will lead to some emotional, some psychological problems. So this is one of the disadvantage. Then general superiority complexes of some auditor. Now you remember your school days, when means the teacher used to say that this is one group, and you yourself decide among yourself that who will be the leader for the group. Okay, so what happened at that time? Everyone used to say that I will be the leader, I will be the leader. So there was a competition that why should I be subordinate, why shouldn't I be superior? Okay, so that means everybody wants to be the leader, and there comes some superiority. Okay, there is some twist of tongue, I guess, in this word when I'm pronouncing it, so I'm really sorry for that. But it basically means that everyone wants to be leader. They say that I am in no way less than him, so why shouldn't I be the leader? Okay, so here comes this sense of competition, this sense of feeling. Okay, then problem of coordination of work. Now again this problem is can arise that if one is more efficient and other is less efficient, so in that case there can be problem of coordination. So coordination is very important in joint audit. Otherwise, the way you have planned the audit cannot happen in that way, in the way you have planned. So that is why coordination is very important. But on the other hand, it is also very difficult to coordinate. Okay, then areas of work of common concern being neglected. Now what happens is, suppose there is division of duties, that you will do this and I will do this. So what happens, I will do the duty which I have been allotted, and you will do the duty which you have been allotted. Okay, but if there are areas which have a common concern, that means the duty of that particular work is not divided into both of us. Okay, it is said that anyone will do it. Okay, so if I will say that I will not do this work, will you be ready to do that work? No. You will say that if she is not doing, why should I do? So in that case, what happens? The common work that has to be shared between both is often neglected, because they say that this is not divided, then why should I do, or why should I do? Okay, so in that way, nobody wants to do that work, and that particular work sometimes gets neglected also. Then uncertainty about the liability for the work done. Now this is one of the most important thing, that sense of responsibility, that who will be liable if anything wrong happens. Like suppose there is some wrong opinion, okay, auditor's opinion has went wrong, because of which the company has to suffer some losses. So in that way, in which ratio will the liability be shared between the auditors? Okay, or if any other liability occurs, then who will be responsible for that? So this is also one of the major concern in joint audit, that there is uncertainty, means who is liable for whose work. Okay, so this liability for the work done is very uncertain. That means nobody wants to take the sense of responsibility for the work that is being done. Okay, so these were the disadvantages. Now let's just move on to the advantages portion. So there are 8 advantages which are very straightforward. Just these 2 advantages are there which are a bit complex to understand. Okay, so I will explain you these 2 points afterwards. First, let's just read out the easy one. So first is sharing of expertise. Now, as I already told you, that suppose one firm is expert in one field and the other firm is expert in another field. Like suppose one firm is expert in direct tax and the other is in indirect tax. That means his specialization is in indirect tax. So in that way, what will happen? The work that is related to the expertise level of that particular firm will be able to do that work in a very expertise manner. Okay, so there is sharing of expertise. Then advantage of mutual consultation. Now when there are 2 firms involved, one firm can consult with the another, like the matters which they will do as joint audit, they can consult with each other, and accordingly the opinions that will be framed will be based on the mutual consultation only. Okay, so in that way there will be more surety, because what you are thinking and the other person is also thinking the same, then in that way confidence, you are able to develop confidence that okay, if I am thinking this and she's also thinking this, or he's also thinking the same, that means I am correct in whatever I am thinking or whatever opinion I want to express, and if the other is also agreeing with me, so in that way I will be more confident with my opinion. Okay, so there is benefit of mutual consultation also. Then lower workload. Now because the work is divided, so therefore each of the audit firm has to face lower workload. Then quality is increased because there is sharing of resources, sharing of expertise. In that way the quality of work is also enhanced. Then improved service to the client. Now because there is a better quality and also in a time bound manner the work is completed, so therefore there is improved service to the client. Then lower staff development cost. You do not need to develop more and more staff because you are able to share resources, okay, with your another audit firm which is involved in the joint audit. Both the joint audit firms have to share resources. In that way you do not need to invest in more and more staff development costs. Also lower cost to carry out the work because sharing of expertise and sharing of resources, so also there is low cost to carry the work, to do the work. Then also a sense of healthy competition towards a better performance. Now competition can be negative also and competition can be positive also. If I will think that I will do the work better than the other firm, so I will work to increase the quality of my work, and my competitor will also do the same. So in that way the quality of both of us will increase. But in case the competition is negative, so what I will do, I will try to spoil the work that is done by the means my competitor. So means I will try to defend by spoiling his work. Okay, so in that way this will become the disadvantage. But if it is helping me to increase the quality of my work, okay, the sense of healthy competition, then that will be beneficial for the audit also. So a sense of healthy competition towards a better performance. Okay, but if the competition is unhealthy, then that will become the disadvantage. Okay, so I hope that you are clear till here that what is joint audit, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. Now there are two advantages that are left, which means anyone cannot understand by just simply reading this. Okay, so let's just discuss them. Displacement of the auditor of the company taken over in a takeover, often obviated. Now there are few words: displacement, obviated, taken over, takeover. Let's just first discuss these words. So guys, what is the meaning of displacement? Displacement basically means replacement. Okay, so replacement of the auditor of the company taken over in a takeover, often obviated. Obviated means avoided. You can write if you are not able to learn it. Displacement means replacement, obviated means avoided. Now what is takeover? You already have listened this word a lot of times. Like Airtel has taken over Uninor. There was one sim that used to come, uh, telecoms and telecom services. There was one company, Uninor. Then that was changed with the name, I guess, Telenor, and after that Airtel has taken over all these companies. Okay, now all these companies are termed as Airtel only. So what has Airtel done? Airtel has taken over. Okay, so now suppose when there were two companies like Telenor and Airtel. So in that case, what happened? The auditor of Telenor was different and the auditor of Airtel was different. But now, because Airtel has taken over the Telenor. So in that case, what will happen? The auditor of Airtel will not have any knowledge about Telenor. So in that case, what can the auditor of Airtel do? Airtel can do the joint audit with the auditor of Telenor. So in that way, the replacement will be avoided, and with the help of the auditor of Telenor, Airtel will be able to do a more efficient audit, because now both these companies will be termed as Airtel only. Okay, so the burden of audit was on the shoulders of Airtel's auditor, but he can join hands with the auditor of Telenor, and in that way both the auditors can work as joint auditor in the audit of Airtel Limited. Okay, so basically the replacement of the auditor in a takeover is often avoided. Then next point is in respect of multinational companies. Now where there are multinational companies that go for audit of any particular company. Now the multinational companies have to do the audit of so many firms throughout the countries, throughout the world. Okay, so in that case what happens? They are not much familiar about the basic laws of a particular state or of a particular area. So what do? They involve the expert who have a proper expert knowledge of the local laws of that particular area or for that particular company. Okay, so the work can be spread using the expertise of local firms who are in better position to deal with detailed work and local laws and regulations. So the multinational companies, they involve the local firms in their joint audit, and in that way they are means given the much more detailed idea about the local laws and regulations that are applicable to that particular company, and in this way joint audit is beneficial. Okay, so here your all the disadvantages, advantages and meaning of joint audit is completed, and there are few paragraphs which are left, so we will complete these paragraphs in the next class, and in that way a joint audit will be finished. Okay, so then we will start with cost audit, and I don't remember if I have taught you branch audit or not, so I'll just check it and then let you know about branch audit. Okay, but after this I'm going to upload the cost audit lectures also. Okay, so if you are getting benefited out of my videos, then do press the like button. Also please pass your messages, pass your feedback through the comment section, so that I can also know that how many people are watching my videos and how many people are able to understand, because I am uploading these English lectures especially for South Indian students. So that is why I want to know that whether means whatever I'm doing for you, my efforts, are they able to help you or not? Okay. Also, do consider subscribing to this channel, because there are a lot of videos that are on the way, that will be uploaded very very soon. So as soon as I'll get time, I'll upload the videos. Till then, stay tuned with the channel and keep working hard. All the best to each and everyone. Thanking you.